Today I'm going to show you 3 ingredients that are absolutely going to explode your margarita game. No more boring margaritas. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely love classic margaritas. Nothing wrong with them. But today we're going to change things up and use 3 pretty random ingredients in our margaritas to see if they improve my margarita game. Let's make cocktail number 1. First ingredient to up your margaritas is the amontillado sherry. Now, the first time I've used this was in Jeffrey Morgenthaler's eggnog, which combined a reposado tequila and sherry. Worked amazingly well in a creamy cocktail, but doesn't work in a margarita. Let's find out. So we're gonna start off with a reposado tequila. Measure out 2 ounces, 60 ml. This is a frozen margarita, so we're gonna add it straight to the blender jug. And it's just called a frozen sherry margarita. Nothing creative about the name. Does what it says on the tin. 1 ounce, 30 ml of amontillado sherry. So amontillado sherry is aged under floor, meaning aged under a layer of yeast. And once that yeast dies off, it's fortified to 17% or above, and it's aged in barrels. So you get some nutty, woodsy, oak, raisin-like characteristics in the sherry. This particular one is an aged floor apera. Because it's not made over in Spain, it's made in Australia, so therefore they have to call it an apera by Seppeltsfield. Next ingredient, agave syrup. 1.5 ounces. That's a lot of agave, but because it's a blended drink, you're gonna add lots of ice, which is dilution. So therefore you can go a little bit higher on the sugar and acid content. Then we have fresh lime juice. Sort of. This is actually pseudo lime juice. If you wanna check out how to increase your yields, increase your shelf life with your citrus juice, then check out the video up here to find out how to make citrus juice. 1.5 ounces, 45 ml. This drink was created by Paul Taylor of Columbia Room in Washington. He did call for 30 drops of saline solution, but the saline solution he used was 10:1. So it was more water content to it. This is a 4:1 ratio. So we have, say for example, 20 grams of salt to 40 grams of water. So I only needed 12 drops, not 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And a little trick that I've shared many a times to improve your frozen drinks is to add some xanthan gum. It's a gum in powder form. It's an emulsifier. It'll thicken the drink and it will prevent your frozen drink from separating. So great for frozen drinks. Don't use too much, it'll go slimy. Approximately 1.5 cups of pebble ice and blend. Perfect consistency. If it's a little thin, add some more ice. If it's a little thick, add some more tequila. Transfer into a brandy snifter. I've always referred to it as a brandy balloon. It has a nice big volume, so it's perfect for this drink. Stay around to the end because that took a few takes. So yeah, hang around. See the outtakes at the very end of the video. Lime wheel garnish. And serve your frozen drinks with a Surfside Sip. You can head to surfsidesips.com. Use the coupon code STB20 to get 20% off site-wide. They're borosilicate straws. They come in a multitude of different colors. You can get little animals on the side, octopus and turtles and bananas and, not bananas, pineapples. I was thinking pineapples. Pineapples. You can get pineapples on your straws. So they're perfectly suited for tropical and tiki drinks and frozen margaritas with amontillado sherry. Surfsidesips.com. Cheers. Does amontillado sherry explode your margarita game? Absolutely. That is a wicked margarita. It is intensely flavored, but a lot of that has to do with the amount of agave and the lime juice in there. I'd consider, I'd keep it up high, but maybe not as high as it is right now. So just a reminder, that was 1.5 ounces of the agave and the lime juice. Might drop that down by 5 ml, 1/6 of an ounce, or maybe even more. And then you'll get more of the tequila and the amontillado characters coming through. But as it is, it's still really tasty. Amontillado absolutely explodes your margarita game. Let's get on to cocktail number 2. Let's hear a word from today's video sponsor, ZBiotics. Drinking alcohol produces a toxin called acetaldehyde. Using genetic engineering, ZBiotics built a probiotic that breaks down that acetaldehyde. After spending 3 years building and testing, they put it into a drink with the hypothesis that before drinking alcohol, you drink the probiotic and it works in your gut throughout the day and night, breaking down acetaldehyde and setting you up for a great next morning. Learn more by following the link in the description. Ingredient number 2 that is going to explode your margarita game is gochujang, which is a Korean fermented chili paste. My wife made this. I will leave the recipe in the description below, but it's a combination of chili paste, rice wine vinegar, and simple syrup. It is relatively simple to make. Throw a couple of ingredients together. It's spicy, it's tangy. You've got that acidic component from the vinegar. It's cool. It's a really interesting ingredient. So let's make the smoke and fire margarita. Smoke, because we're using mezcal, and fire, because we're using a chili paste. Hey? Okay, we're starting off with a blanco tequila. I'm using Espolon. Just say notes of agave, pepper, a bit of citrus in there. Good for mixing, inexpensive. 1.5 ounces, 45 ml. And then I'm using this one's called Mando, which is a mandarin liqueur. It sits at 40%, so it's the same ABV as the likes of Cointreau. It's a liqueur, it's got added sugar, really intense mandarin notes. It smells like you've scratched the peel of a mandarin. It's really quite vibrant, even though it sits at 40%. Alternatively, if you do want to stick with a mandarin liqueur, then you can use Mandarin Napoleon, which is a cognac-based mandarin liqueur. Otherwise, Cointreau, you can use a triple sec, multitude of other citrus liqueurs that you could use, but I'm using this because it's from a local distillery called Imperial Measures. I say I'm using it because it's from a local distillery, but I'm actually using it because my wife picked it and this is her recipe. So let's just correct myself there. She's in the background telling me off. Then we have illegal mezcal, 1/2 ounce, 15 ml. Little kiss of smoke. Then we have shake it first. So it's the gochujang syrup. Add some warmth and spice into the Margarita. And then some fresh lime juice. 3/4 ounce, 22.5 ml. And before I shake it, I will prepare the glass, the garnish, the salt rim. So I've got, you can use a paintbrush, or in my case, I'm using a mini bottle brush, just to give the glass a nice even coat. Bit of a rectangle shape on the side. So in there. Then we've got the tahini. It's pouring everywhere. Generous? Yeah. Make it a mess. Tied it up a little bit and wiped off a little bit of excess sauce. Has a really cool color. Almost looks like it's got Aperol in it. Speaking of Aperol and tequila drinks, check out the Dead Man's Handle. I'll link to it right there. The Smoke and Fire Margarita by Cat. It's kind of funky. You've got this you really pick up that rice wine vinegar and that fermented chili kind of note. So it's got this, which plays nicely actually with the mezcal, but it's unique because it's got this kind of tang. It's got a spice kick to it. It's kind of hard to describe, but that kind of typical little bit of earthy funkiness from things that are fermented. But it's good though. Nice underlying heat. Good job, Kat. Let's get on to number 3. Honey. That is ingredient number 3. Whilst it doesn't seem that crazy, I mean, usually you would pair honey with whiskey or gin. And it's not that common that you pair it with tequila. Usually the sweetener is It's going to be agave syrup. So therefore, I thought it'd be kind of cool to incorporate honey into this particular video to show you how it can explode your margaritas when you pair it with another flavor, such as coconut. Honey and coconut margarita. This is delicious. This is a really good margarita variation, and I only tried it for the first time last week, thanks to my lovely wife. Trying to score some brownie points. She's in the background watching. We start with the Blanco tequila, 1.5 ounces, 45 milliliters. And then an orange liqueur. Orange liqueur of your choice. If you want to use a Cointreau or an alternate triple sec, then good on you. Today, we are using half an ounce, 15 ml of Grand Marnier. Cognac-based orange liqueur. Very tasty stuff. Then we have fresh lime juice, pseudo lime juice, 1 ounce, 30 ml. Extend your yields and your shelf life by watching this video here of your citrus juice. And then we have Liber & Co.'s toasted coconut syrup, which is an excellent syrup. Super viscous, super flavorful, lots of coconut in there. Adds a lot of flavor into your cocktails. And you can see the texture of this. It's going to add a beautiful mouthfeel to the drink as well. So 3/4 of an ounce, 22.5 ml. As always, check the links in the description for this and the other things that I've been talking about. Then we have a honey syrup. This is a syrup, so it does have water added into it, hence why it is quite runny. And we're doing half an ounce, 15 ml. I don't suggest doing this because it's hard to do fine measurements with this particular type. There we have tequila, Grand Marnier, lime juice, toasted coconut, and honey. So we have a toasted, flaked, shredded coconut flake rim. I actually use the toasted coconut syrup because it's going to be stickier than using lime to wet the edge of the glass, and the coconut sticks really well, as you can see there. So probably should have recorded it for you guys, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Alternatively, you could also garnish this with a honeycomb piece to match the ingredients that are in the glass. I quite like the coconut. What do you think? The coconut and honey margarita doesn't seem that, left of field, but I think honey in a margarita isn't so common compared to agave, like I said. So, does this explode your margarita game? Let's find out. That is delicious. Coconut and honey in a margarita. I'd have to say this is the winner of the three. This is, yeah. Why does that blow your mind?
I thought you just pulled the sherry.
No, that was good. The sherry one was great, but I think this is good. This is excellent. I really like this. Coconut and honey. I mean, would it also work with agave? Absolutely, but I think the honey makes it just that little bit more unique, and I love it. Let me know in the comments below what is the most random ingredient you've put in a margarita. I'd love to hear from you. Comment below. Otherwise, I'll see you soon for another cocktail video. Cheers. What was that? Throw it at my hand. Like you can go like that rather than like.
If I do it like that, I feel like it's going to go into.
It was so soft and bruised.